push the limit for our last demonstration today of this live system, I want to call Saraubh back. And Saraubh, the challenge I want to give you is live on stage. I want you to pick some SaaS application that Uniphore over years must have invested a lot of money to build, perfect, and today have lots of users in the market. I want you to agentify it and recreate it right now.
Okay, you didn't tell me this yesterday, but what's your most complex SaaS application today, Mesh?
So there are lots of products that Uniphore has released over the years that I'm very proud of. But we have several friends in the audience today who are from the BPO industry or the GSI industry. So the one product that does really well there, we call it Self-Serve. It's a self-service voice application that runs a call flow for callers either inbound or outbound. And our customers use it both for customer care, but more importantly, for sales use cases. So let's take the Self-Serve application for a sales use case, because I want to sell it to some of our BPO clients before they leave tonight. And I want you to take the challenge of creating it live on stage.
All right, we'll give it a try.
All right, let's do it.
So now we will need to create the Self-Serve app using this agentic platform on stage and give it a sales persona. So we'll give it a shot. So like Umesh did, I will recruit an agent now back to the same interface that Umesh tried with. And I will say, I am recruiting you to be a sales coach. Please learn from past interactions, learn from account and Opti data from Salesforce, and the team structures from Workday. You will also need to learn from PRDs, which are product requirement documents. It should be able to understand that PRD documents in Confluence and Jira stories, because it has to process itself as a self-serve application. Also learn the backend of self-serve to be able to deploy as a self-serve app. Slightly long, but I'm trying to be a little bit more specific for it. Umesh gave it a little bit shorter prompt, so hopefully this time it won't need to think too much and ask me too many questions. It'll likely ask me a few questions still. So now it's getting created, it's getting onboarded, it's trying to understand what it has to do, what data is most predictive for deal success. It knows it has to connect to historical CRM data where sellers have won and lost deals. So it's already looking into the win-loss data to be a good sales coach. Starting the scan, now it's starting to read the PRD documents. So it will find in our data sources for PRD documents. It has to understand calendars because it has to be a sales coach for sellers. And it's extracting talk time ratios, like if sellers talk too much, for example, connected to Salesforce. And that has never happened in Uniphore, by the way. Okay, I have found them, connected, and scanned to the sources. Now it's going into the learning stage, building its memory, building its skill, and at some point it should be ready. Now, all agentic platforms have a cop-out. And that cop-out is, I'm going to interview you later. We usually say yes, it generally works out okay. So we'll say yes. Now it is checking regulatory guidelines, and now, similar to how Umesh did for the claims processing, it's now creating its game plan on how it will actually execute when I make it an actual agent. So it has come up with some steps. And now, does it look right? Overall, it looks right to me. It had read the PRDs, it connected to Salesforce, it has looked at past calls, It has identified topics and objections. More or less okay. So I say, sure, looks good. And at this time, it should deploy as an agent. All right, it is ready. So we will now launch this agent like Umesh did last time. And now, as I instruct it, I will have to make sure it recognizes that now it is not a back office agent that you can run through an add command. It is a voice agent. So it should be able to interact with me on voice. So I will say, you are an expert sales coach now, and you should deploy yourself as a conversational chatbot. Also, make sure you get a self-serve number on which you are deployed. Our self-serve applications have numbers that customers call. Okay, to design, sure, go ahead. Are all customer interactions stored and accessible through a single CRM, or they distributed across tools? Now, at least in the Uniphore case, we have a single CRM system. So we'll say single system in Salesforce. What types of coaching are expected? Talk tracks, objection handling, emotion tone guidance, deal risks. What do I know? I'll say all of the above. Is billing data expected to influence account coaching? Even though I'm not a seller, I'm going to say duh. Yeah. So yeah, past billing data matters in sales calls. So we'll say yes. And now it has started. So now it is going to generate a very similar game plan. So you can see that there's data, knowledge, models, and agent on that end. It is now connecting with calendars, domain names, finding the CRM data, billing history, finding the recent meetings. So it found that. Now it's building its contextual awareness. So it is trying to train itself on all the data that it got on all these sources. All right, now it is trying to become a coach. And when it becomes a coach, it is going to hopefully interact with me in a non-robotic voice, because it has to be able to talk to the sellers who are going to try and get coaching and not sound like a machine. As again, it was going to do that SLM pairing that I did. It's now matching against cost, accuracy, and so on. All right, now it is generating the conversational agent in this case, so that it can talk to me in natural language. And there it is publishing a self-serve number. I will try to talk to in English. I don't speak Japanese very well. So we will try if this self-serve agent actually does work. It has given me a published number. 855 numbers should work from the UK, I assume. Okay, we'll try. So this number, let me call this number live. And if this works, then I get 100% of my bonus. If this doesn't work, you're free to cut my bonus. Okay. What is the number here? 1855 982 7047. Might have to redial. Maybe still getting deployed. Hey, good morning, Fi. That meeting with Amadeus, can you give me some details there?
Morning, boss. Sure thing. Reviewing the last 3 meetings with Amadeus. Our teams primarily discussed implementation timelines and some security reviews. They were also interested in exploring our advanced analytics feature. Jamie Parker had the action item to finalize delivery timelines and close out security questions before signing the SOW.
Jamie Parker. I don't recognize that name. Can you help me with that?
I can look that up for you in Workday. Give me a moment. All right. Jamie Parker is a senior solutions architect in our pre-sales engineering team. They report directly to Buddy. Would you like me to set up an introductory meeting with Jamie?
Yeah, please set up a meeting for next week. And can you also check the deal amount and the close date on the Amadeus deal?
Checking Salesforce now. For the active Amadeus opportunity, we're tracking an amount of $2.5 million with a close date projected for the end of this quarter, on December 15th. Do you want me to keep a daily watch on any updates?
Not a daily, but put a weekly watch on it, please. And can you also check if the SOW has a section on security?
One moment. I'm retrieving the SOW from the document repository. I hope they put the opportunity name there. Found it. Yes, it does include a Section 5 dedicated to security. It seems to have our standard messaging on security. Would you like me to send you a copy?
Yeah, send it on email, please. And can you also check one more thing? We have to send that white paper to the Signify IT coordinator.
Absolutely. I'll have Alex prepare that email for James, perhaps. The Signify IT coordinator with the white paper attached. I'll follow up with you once it's ready for your review. We'll need to inform him to check before sending because not sure if James is the right person. Anything else I can help with today?
No, that's a lot, Fi. Thank you so much. You are the best.
Oh, stop you.
Thank you.
Well done.